I still remember the moment it all began. The tiny, almost imperceptible shift that, in hindsight, screamed its warning. It was a Thursday evening, and I was sitting on the couch scrolling through my phone when I noticed it. A missed call from her. Just a quick buzz on my screen. Nothing alarming. I shrugged, thinking she was busy at work, maybe running late. But then another missed call, and another. By the third, there was this knot in my stomach, a slow, tightening sense of unease I couldn't shake. When she finally walked through the door, her smile was slightly too bright, her voice a little too casual. "Hey, I'm sorry work ran late," she said. I nodded, but there was a flicker, something off in the way she avoided my eyes. That night, I brushed it off as paranoia, my own insecurities playing tricks on me. But then came the small things. Text disappearing when I walked into the room, her phone always face down, the subtle stiffness when I suggested plans together. At first, I questioned myself. Maybe I was being controlling, overreacting. I tried to remind myself of the years we'd shared, the quiet nights and lazy Sundays. But then came the proof I couldn't ignore. An email accidentally left open on her laptop, a message that froze me in place. "I can't wait to see you tonight." My name wasn't in it, and the way she scrambled when I peeked, her face drained, her excuse fumbling, was a punch to the gut I wasn't ready for. I spent weeks in a fog of disbelief. Every memory suddenly felt fragile, like I'd been touching a mirror that could shatter at any moment. The little things now cut like blades. The way she used to brush my hair back with a laugh. The way she'd lean into me on the couch. It all felt rehearsed, a performance I had mistaken for love. I remember one night, staring at the ceiling, the hum of the city outside our window, realizing the truth. I had been betrayed. Confrontation came quietly. I didn't yell. I didn't storm. I sat her down one night, my hands trembling more from fear than anger. "I know," I said simply, the words heavy and final. She froze, eyes wide, and then the tears came. The admission spilled out apologies, regrets, excuses, all tangled and desperate. She explained how it started, how lonely nights and small arguments had pushed her towards someone else. But hearing it didn't soften the wound. Every word etched itself into the part of me that still loved her. I left that night. I didn't slam doors. I didn't scream. I walked away quietly, carrying with me a mix of rage, sorrow, and unexpected clarity. I needed distance, space to untangle the truth and the lies, to rebuild myself in the rubble of what I thought was unbreakable. Months passed. I moved into a smaller apartment downtown, learning to cook for one, learning to sleep without waiting for her to come home. I replayed our last conversations over and over, not to dwell, but to understand, to see how blind love can be and how quickly trust, once broken, changes everything. I cried more than I ever expected, but slowly, strength returned, not the blind, reckless kind, but the quiet, steady resolve of someone who refuses to be diminished by betrayal. And then one rainy evening, exactly a year later, she appeared on my doorstep. My first instinct was to step back, to shut the door and keep her in the past where she belonged. But I didn't. Instead, I opened it. She was trembling, soaked through, mascara running down her cheeks. The woman who had shattered my life now looked smaller, fragile in a way I had never noticed before. She started, voice breaking. "I'm so sorry." I held up a hand, stopping her. For a moment, I wanted to hear everything, to forgive everything, to let the past melt away. But I realized something. Closure doesn't come from the other person. It comes from yourself. "I know why you're here," I said quietly, "and I know why you did it. But it doesn't change what happened. I've spent the last year picking up the pieces, learning who I am without you. I won't let this happen again." She nodded, tears still falling, and for a long moment we just stood there, two people bound by memory, pain, and a love that had turned fragile. Then I closed the door gently but firmly, not in anger, not in hate, but with the knowledge that my life had moved forward, and hers was hers to reckon with. I stepped back from the door and let the rain wash over my face, feeling an unexpected calm. The betrayal still stung, and maybe it always would, but I had reclaimed myself. I had learned that love doesn't justify lies, and forgiveness isn't always about the other person. It's about knowing when to walk away with dignity intact. That night, I slept alone, but for the first time in a long time, I slept free.